Hello, and welcome to video number 10 in this series on the Jesuit Vatican Shadow Empire. The issue in this video is the control of social media narratives. And I don't mean stories or tales, but factual information being shared by an increasing number of questioning individuals worldwide. They are identifying anomalies in the false history being taught as truth, and are thinking critically and investigating the reason for those anomalies in an attempt to find the truth. This is bad news for the Luciferians who want everyone to stay ignorant and asleep. If you aren't aware of it yet, there is a war raging for your mind and the minds of all men. The Luciferian cabal understood a long time ago that it was necessary to manipulate information in order to control what people think and believe. The Jesuits have been doing this aggressively since their inception in 1540. And their first target was stopping the Christian publications being produced on the printing presses developed by Johannes Gutenberg in Germany 100 years prior. This posed a serious threat to their influence and power. For the last 500 years, there has been a covert struggle to control open speech and the presses. The free dissemination of literature was a disaster for the fascist Roman Catholic cult, who tried at every turn to suppress it. This freedom of speech came directly from the spiritual and civic liberties bought by the Protestant reformers and the deaths of many Christian martyrs. As recently as 100 years ago, the media was in the hands of varied interest groups, both Protestant and Catholic, and opinions were published in a relatively unrestricted manner. Not today. Many people do not understand that all the media and publishing houses worldwide are now controlled by a small consortium of companies, possibly as few as 3, and managed by Masonic CEOs under an umbrella reporting directly to the Jesuits of Rome. All media, advertising, book publishing, and internet sites are pumping out the same messages. Today there is no diversity of voices, contrary to what is claimed. The messages coming from TV sets worldwide are uniform. Everyone is being dumbed down and brainwashed with the same propaganda. TV was originally patented as a mind-altering device, inducing hypnosis, and is used for mass programming. Most people are totally unaware of this. It is dangerous to watch TV. I have watched for the last 10 years as internet censorship has increased and various channels or sites on the internet have been pulled down or penalized for insignificant issues or just having a view that conflicts with the mainstream. TV, radio, movies, music, newspapers, and books are now totally in the hands of the Masonic cabal. Since oversight of ICANN by the USA has apparently ceased, it's uncertain who actually has control of the internet. 7 independent key holders? I don't think so. That is just fanciful thinking. We know that key social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Google are controlled by the CIA. And the CIA, as well as the NSA and FBI, as well as other big government agencies, are all controlled by the Jesuits at Georgetown University. This is a fact, and not difficult to verify. The battle for control of information in the West is being conducted to a large degree on these 3 platforms, as they reach billions worldwide. Social media is where the real fight is. The Jesuits are doing everything they can to hinder factual alternative histories, factual empirical science, and factual alternative financial and lifestyle methodologies. They know that a large group of awake people can pose a threat to their influence and control over societies. Recently, the uptick on YouTube of bogus shield channels that have popped up out of nowhere attempting to debunk the flat earth truth stands out as a blatant red flag. An army of deluded volunteers or paid trolls attack truthful commentary as soon as it is posted in an attempt to silence dissenting voices. The big targets for disinfo are the flat earth NASA space psyop, the Jesuit Vatican Roman Catholic cabal, and the bogus Jewish world control of trade, banking, and finance. The strategy by the Jesuits is to spread confusion and division amongst those who are awake or waking up, and then use their selfish ambition and craving for success and acceptance to turn them against each other, thus destroying the opposition. Some are paid Judas goats, and others are just naive dupes. On top of this online melee is the creation of silly channels appearing on these platforms offering distracting content to lure viewers away from focusing and grappling with serious social issues. This is the old Roman ploy of bread and circuses, provided for the masses in order to keep them occupied with banal pursuits and enslaved. Multiple channels or pages on YouTube and Facebook seem to give the appearance of unity, yet many are actually set up to lure people in and deceive them. They give some truth mixed with lies. They always do this. Truth mixed with lies. The goal is to gain the trust of followers and then betray them through infighting and crush their hope and trust in what they thought were reliable sources of truth. Legitimate independent channels and illegitimate CIA-sponsored channels are often difficult to identify for the average person. It is evident that the latter seem to have endless resources available to them to manufacture slick video productions that appear truthful. Typical examples of this controlled opposition are Alex Jones and InfoWars, RT, and Vice News, among others. Strong personalities are turning the serious business of truth into mockery of truth as entertainment. The Jesuits are propaganda experts and know how to employ psychological strategies to distract and deceive. There is a lot at stake here. This is a real war. We are looking at the last bastion of free communication between individuals worldwide before all communication is censored. Individuals research and present their findings in videos and blogs. And the Jesuit Masonic enterprise uses every devious means at their disposal to corrupt, invert, or co-opt that info. People, when they finally restrict free speech on these social media sites, it will all be over. There will be no more sharing freely of information, simply because there will be no other platform available by which to do so. George Orwell's 1984 Big Brother system will become a reality for all. I urge you to wake up to this mass deception and question everything before it's too late. I'll see you in the next video.